Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out.
Hey everybody, welcome into tonight's live. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome again. If I just saw you a little bit ago on the other channel, welcome back. So I feel like I'm sitting too low, but I don't know. That's okay. How's everybody doing? And prayers for people in Philadelphia right now. I heard about the plane crash that just happened an hour or so, 2 hours ago. I feel like the whole world is going to hell in a handbasket. So good evening, Lisa. I saw that you were talking about that. Yeah, you're very close. I was born in Philadelphia, but I live 10 hours away now, but still your home, you know? Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Princess. You, who was a Harley rider, you did miss the exchange. What did you get? Yeah, smoke and fumes. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Harley rider. Ladybug's in here. Mary Beth's in here. We got everybody. Hey, Aries. Yeah, so I don't know about Nancy. I mean, they probably did do the interview. I'm not saying that they didn't do the interview, but it's just weird that it was supposed to, they said, come out tomorrow. And then like in the same live, in the same sentence, it was like, oh, our editor said next week. But then in the beginning, it was like coming out tomorrow because of technical issues. And so I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know. You know, we've been lied to before. Now, I will say, I'll go over there right now just in case, because she always puts it on her podcast first. So, nope, still Lakeland Riley. So, nothing's come out other than that today. I mean, that just came out 3 hours ago, so she wouldn't put out 2 videos in one night anyway. So, it would have came out. I thought it was going to come out Saturday, but, you know, I guess not. we'll see how we'll see what they say, why it didn't work. They'll say, oh, we were there and we did the whole production and they didn't have their camera on or something. I don't know. Hey, Cyber Warrior. Hey, Tempest. And then they all made sure it seemed like he was carried in the bag from the house. I know. Oh my gosh. Man. I want to see it. I want to see what they said to her and what she said to them. I'll probably end up like roundhouse kicking my 6-foot Nancy Grace cardboard cutout that night. But that's what she's here for, to get a little beaten every once in a while, I guess. Hey, True Crime Lullabies. Hey, Roxanne. Take out my anger on Nancy, on my cardboard Nancy. Yeah, that was an explosion. Yeah, it just happened, Roxanne. Just hey, Sue Joy. I think it was probably like a couple hours ago. Good evening to you. Oh, it's on Spotify? Okay. So she did pull it off, because that person that came into the other live, I don't even know who that was. Like with the capital letters. That's why I was like, what? Because normally I don't ever listen to her on Spotify, but I normally listen to her through Apple Podcast, and they usually will she'll record it and then they'll put it out on the Apple Podcast, the Merit TV, and then they go to YouTube like a day or two usually afterwards. So I was thinking Saturday. She said she isn't accusing any family. Oh my gosh, I wish she would freaking put that on there. I wish we could hear it, because I was about to go over to Twitter, the old X or whatever. I'm old. I'm going to call it Twitter. That's just how it is. But I was going to go over to X and ask her, like, hashtag her and be like, did you do an interview? Like, I think she didn't realize what she was getting herself into this time. You know what I mean? She hasn't seen what we've seen. But the thing is, she comes to YouTube and she sleuths around YouTube. I didn't, Princess. Did you send it today? I probably just didn't get it yet. Twitter is a better name. I thought so too. And then the bird, like, I don't know, just all goes together. And now they're talking about like changing the bird. I'm like, just don't change anything else, Elon. Are you snoring already? She's snoring already. She kicked the cat out of the bed. It's be right before we got on the live. It was sad. So I've been like all over the internet tonight, like looking for stuff, like looking for pictures and things that way for the live. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into it. Basically, what I thought we would do is go over parts of the probable cause affidavit, just pages 1 through like 6 for tonight. And I'm going to give you guys like a visual tour as I'm kind of reading through the affidavit, if that makes sense. We're going to try that. You know what? I wish I had my little book stand things. Like I have like these little things that hold paper. I wish I had them. I have like a million of them too. When you need one, you don't got one. No, there's somewhere in the closet. But I'm going to go to the virtual tour here. Let me move my big cup out of the way so we can see where we're at. Okay, so these are the victims, of course. Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Kayla Goncalves, and Madison Mogan. And I think everyone knows their names by now. If you are new to this case, it's a good time to jump on board, because it's going to be all new stuff. I mean, like new to you. You know what I mean? So that's why I decided to go back, because we were going back to the beginning and then we got caught up with some new stuff. So then I'm like, okay, let's just do a little rundown on, everything that kind of went down and what happened that night. There's something else I was going to tell you guys. What Minnesota girl? Oh yeah, you have to let us know, Princess. So I was going to tell you guys something else about the house, but I don't remember what it was. But as you guys all know, it is demolished. It's no longer there. They don't have any pictures of it. Doesn't look like it from when it was demolished, but they but they did demolish it. Now, what I thought we would do is just kind of go through like the little, the resources and stuff like that, and go through some of this, and then I will read through the affidavit, and we will go through the house as, Brian Kohlberger allegedly did that night. I do want to start off with this. We watched this last time. It's just a animation of the house, and it's from Asget, and it'll just kind of get us like, I don't know, just started, and then we'll start reading over the affidavit.
Mates Bethany and
Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it so very much. And actually, you know what? Let's just make it a little bit bigger because it is like 2 minutes long.
mates Bethany and Dylan were sleeping on the first floor. Since then, we've learned Dylan was sleeping here on the second floor, along with Xana and Ethan located here. Kaylee and Madison were located here on the third floor. The dog was located on the third floor and the room by itself. Let's move around and see through the walls into the kitchen, to the back slider, and take a look at the time frames. At 4:04 a.m., the suspect can be seen trying to park his car. At 4:09, approximately 5 minutes later, he enters the house through the back slider. At 4:18, he leaves the house after committing the crimes. At 4:20, he's caught on camera driving away at a high rate of speed. All of this only took 9 minutes. Let's watch what that looks like. The suspect enters through the back sliding door. He pauses at the stairs to look around to make sure no one's up. He then turns and goes upstairs.
Let me know if you guys agree with the way that she had this like kind of planned out.
First bedroom he stops at and opens the door. He sees no one there. He continues to the next bedroom. Here we know what happens. Downstairs, Dylan is sleeping. The noise from upstairs wakes her up. She thinks it's Kaylee playing with her dog. She gets up and goes to the door and looks out. She sees nothing there. The suspect then continues down the stairs about 3 minutes later. He then heads to Xana's room. Outside, there's a security camera picking up some whimpering, cries, and a thud at 4:17. We've learned that Xana was found on the floor, which might explain the thud. Dylan again hears something and looks outside her.
That would have been Madeline Kingsbury, I think, and they found her 2 months after her husband unalived her. So I think that's who you're talking about. That's the one from Minnesota.
Door. She sees the suspect. He walks right past her and leaves.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to like
Upstairs.
the part where Dylan. Okay, so he's going upstairs. I wanted to go like back to like right around when he comes back down. So it's 4:10.
She thinks it's Kaylee playing with her dog. She gets up and goes to the door and looks out. She sees.
Now I wonder how long. I was going to actually time myself doing this before I came on, and I forgot. I was going to time myself how like her bed to her door isn't very. There's not that much of a difference. Like we don't know exactly where the placement of her bed was in the room neither. But for her to get from her bed to the door, I was just wondering how many seconds that would be. Like what, 7, 5? I was just curious. Because if you're getting up one time, okay, 2 times, okay, 3 times, I'd be like a little like upset. I'd be like, what is going on?
There's nothing there.
But if I heard somebody crying, I might not be like that. Because I'd be like, oh my gosh, somebody's crying. Why are they crying?
The suspect then continues down the stairs about 3 minutes later. He then heads to Xana's room. Outside, there's a security camera picking up some whimpering, cries, and a thud at 4:17. We've learned that Xana was found on the floor, which might explain the thud. Dylan again hears something and looks outside her door. She sees the suspect. He walks right past her and leaves.
I was going to try to like look up and see what she went over. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was just an interview, a police interview today. They didn't find her. Yeah, she just did a police interview. I think from the new info, he asked Maddie, but Kaylee heard something and goes to investigate, walks in the room and he attacks her. Yeah, that could be. Why did he pass the one room? Yeah. Well, I don't see. My thing is, I'm stuck on the front door. Like, I don't know why I think that he entered through the front door, but I do. So he would have surpassed a lot of rooms in my theory. But if he did come in the backslider, and that's what they're saying that they think he did come back in the backslider. Maybe he was trying to go to the top floor and go like work his way down. But then again, why didn't he stop at that door again when he came back down? I mean, that's the first door that you come to, the first bedroom. If you come through the back slider door, I can put us in the kitchen. If you come through this back slider door, the first bedroom you're going to see is, Dylan's room. But to me, it looks like almost like a closet. Like, I know there's a closet right here, but if I wasn't thinking and I was like partying in this house, I would think that this was like a bathroom, or I would think that this room was a closet. I don't know why, but I would. Now the door is a little bit wider, so I mean, it does look like more like a bedroom door. But I can see that. Back slider, definitely, you think? I don't know. They just say that that front door was open, like left open. And I just don't know why that front door would be left open at 8:30 in the morning. Someone goes and walks their dog and it's wide open. That's the only thing that is like, maybe, perhaps. But that's just what I think in my mind. But we'll go ahead and we'll read over what I want to do next. This is like, some of these are like so detailed that I want to wait until like we get to where we're at with Brian Koberger. That's the car movement. We'll go over that later. Okay. We looked through some of these too when we were on here. And we're going to go through the timeline, the extreme detailed timeline. But let's get us to the front of the house. Okay. Front of the house. Now, I wonder what made whoever did this, allegedly, Brian Koberger did this. I wonder what made him, if it was, I don't think it was the house itself that made him pick the house. Maybe it was what was happening inside the house from like the outside, what you could see, like, people having fun, living carefree. I don't know. Or because they're saying that he wasn't connected to any of the victims. So if he wasn't connected to the victims and he wasn't connected to the house, then why did he pick this house? If he had no connection, prior. So these are just like little pictures from outside. This one's going to show you the security camera that got the suspect car. And we'll go over that later on in the affidavit. And then this is the front of that house. And the light bulb camera went in right where the light bulb is, right beside the door. You unscrew the light bulb, and you just screw the camera right up in there. It turns right on. There's an app. You take a picture of like the QR code. It opens the app in your phone. It's really, really simple to work. They're really, really easy. They are actually pretty decent little cameras for the price. I think that we got ours we did experiment for this case. We got ours for under $30. I mean, for, a camera, an outdoor camera, that's not too bad. We can't use it anymore because of the way our fixture is, but I still have the camera. I always say we should do a giveaway and give that away, because I think that'd be a good giveaway. But this is the camera that, picked up the audio that night, and it supposedly picked up the suspect vehicle, in the area. So then this is a new picture that they just added on here. And this is a picture of the front door, doorknob. Now, I don't know if that lock is in the locked position or if it's in the unlocked position. I'm kind of curious, but I don't know that. If we're following the righty-tighty, lefty-loosey rule, then it would probably be locked. But I'm not sure. And then they just have these pictures of around the house. So the rear of the property, side of the property. And then this one is the front of the house after they got that big snow. So we'll go ahead, we'll read through the affidavit. And if anyone has any questions, just let me know. Hey, Texas Ranger, and welcome in, everybody. Probably. He probably would have attacked her, yeah. I mean, why leave a witness? If especially if he thought only one more, unless he did see her and he was just so like, the only thing I can think of is he was thinking maybe of that knife sheath. And maybe instead of going out that back slider door, when Dylan said it looked like he was going out the back slider when she saw him, maybe he was going back up to the third floor to pick up his knife sheath. And then maybe he did see Dylan and it hit him, like clicked in his mind. And he was like, shit, I got to get out of here. And then he made a, beeline for the door. But that's just, I'm still stuck on the front door. But I mean, it does make sense to come in the back. It was so lit up. But nobody would assume seeing somebody walking into that house late at night. I mean, no, they would just assume it's somebody that was staying there or going to a party there, I'm sure. So, but this is going to be this is Exhibit A. This is a statement of Brett Payne. And I'm going to read the information on the document to you guys as I take you through the house. I think actually the first part of the document, it's read to you guys right here, but I'll read it and then we'll listen to it. So as soon as you walk in, sorry, I should have told you I was walking in. Okay. Let me spin back around. So as soon as you walk into the front door of the house, this is a really complicated house layout. You have a bedroom here, and that's a vacant bedroom. Nobody was staying there. Nobody was living there. Then you have shower, toilet room, utility. And then back here you have Bethany Funk's room, and she was the survivor. So I don't know if it'll let me. Yeah, it will maybe. Okay. So this is her room. Let's see if I can get into a corner and actually show you how big it is, because it's not very big. And she has the front window. If you're staring at the house, it's to the left. And then there's the picture of the window open. So, I mean, down there with the wood and everything like that, and this being maybe the part of the older part of the house, it may have been built better, like structurally. So, like, maybe there's better insulation down there. Maybe she didn't hear anything going on upstairs. Maybe that's why she liked to be down there. I mean, if I was living in a house with a bunch of people that like to party, and I like to party, even if I like to party, I would still want to be around. I'd probably want to be in the quietest room in the house, just because, of studying or just not wanting to be at a party. This says photo front lock with the, oh, okay. So this is the lock behind it, I guess. And then what is this black box? That must be for the actual, like, security pad. Wish we knew people that knew more about locks. I'm about to be going to Lowe's tomorrow and looking at some locks, because I'm wondering, I want to go outside. I want to know what this black thing is. It looks like a credit card swiper. It must be for the alarm. I'm assuming. I'm just kind of bulky. So it says the below information is provided by Brett Payne, that I'm about to give you, who is duly appointed, qualified, and acting peace officer within the county of Latah, state of Idaho. Brett Payne is employed by the Moscow Police Department in the official capacity or position of corporal, and has been trained and qualified peace officer for approximately 4 years. Corporal Payne is being assisted by members of the Idaho State Police and agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Put my glasses on. And if you guys don't mind just taking a second, hit the like button. That way more people will be able to enjoy the video and come in and hang out with us. Hey, Jeremy. I was just reading the chat. You guys have some good thoughts. You have 8 outdoor cams? Man, Phantom. Vincent used to work with cameras, and we don't even have that many. It was mostly, true crime lullabies, except for like, what was his name? Enan Harsh, that guy, he was like 35 and he was in the apartment beside them. I don't know how old he was really. I think he was around that age. We'll go over his interview too. He did an interview with Hidden True Crime. We'll have to go over that because it was pretty entertaining. I don't know. He was excited to get his voice heard, I think. So on November 13th, 2022, at approximately 4 p.m., Moscow Police Department, Sergeant Blaker and I responded to 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho. And hereafter, it's going to be called the King Road Residence. They went to assist with scene security and processing of a crime scene associated with 4 homicides. So upon their arrival, the Idaho State Police, the forensic team, the ISP, was on scene and was preparing to begin processing the scene. MPD Officer Smith, one of the initial responding officers to the incident, advised he would walk me through the scene. So they come, into the front door. Where was I at? Officer Smith and I entered the King Road residence through the bottom floor door on the north side of the building. So they entered through this door here. Officer Smith and I then walked upstairs to the second floor. Officer Smith directed me down the hallway. Actually,
on November 13th, 2022, at approximately 4 p.m.
Let's go now. Oh, never mind. I thought we had to listen to it if it was on there, but we'll go up the stairs. So it says, directed me down the hallway to the west bedroom on the second floor. So they're like right in this area. Officer Smith directed me down the hallway to the west bedroom, which I later learned through Xana's driver's license and other personal belongings found in the room was Xana Kernodle's hereafter Kernodle room. Just before this room, so there was a bathroom. So right here is the bathroom where see the X, because I have like an issue with this part. So that's the bathroom door. It says here, just before this room, there was a bathroom door on the south wall of the hallway. As I approached the room, I could see a body later identified as Kernodle's laying on the floor. So if he's standing right here, right? I don't know why they put Ethan in the front, because he would have said he saw Ethan first. He wouldn't say, when I walked up to the door, I saw Xana. He would have said, as I approached the hallway, I saw a male, which was Ethan. Then he would have said, I saw Xana. Does that make sense to you guys? So I'll read the affidavit again. As I approached the room, I could see a body later identified as Kernodle's laying on the floor. Kernodle was deceased with wounds which appeared to have been caused by an edged weapon. Also in the room, so we're going to go up to the room. We're going to go in the room and turn around. So they're saying that also in the room was Ethan. So now they're putting him over here. So I don't know what they were doing outside in the hallway. But then they had him in the hallway for a minute. I don't know what this is. We do not know the position of the bed. Okay, yeah. But we think it was probably right here. There's no other spot really to put your bed other than that back wall to keep it out of the way. So yeah, like he approached the door, like the door appeared to have been open when they got there. And they said that they saw Xana first. But I think that they would have saw Ethan if he was outside in the hallway. I don't think he was out in the hallway. I think he was more towards the bed, maybe like half on the bed, half off the bed. I think that there had to have been a pretty good amount of the red liquid for it to have seeped out of the house like it did. for it to run out of the house like that. I would think there would have to be a decent amount. And I actually found something from one of the cleanup companies, I guess, that cleaned up this house. And they were saying that it was like one of the worst scenes. But I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I'll show it to you here in a minute. It was off of Facebook's, one of the Facebook groups. So take it with a grain of salt. So now we are at, also in the room was a male, later identified as Ethan Chapin. Chapin was also deceased with wounds later determined from the autopsy report from Spokane to be caused by sharp forced injuries. So his wounds are described differently than Xana's wounds, and Maddie and Kaylee's wounds are described the same, but different than Xana and Ethan. Now, I don't know if that's because the weapon, I don't think it would dull like that over time, not that quick, because those are combat weapons. So I don't know why why they're all listed kind of differently. So they're in the room right now, the officers are, and it says, then I followed Officer Smith up to the 3rd floor of the residence. The 3rd floor consists of 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. If I can turn us around. Sorry if I'm making y'all dizzy. The bedroom on the west side of the floor was later determined to be Kaylee Concava's, hereafter Concava's room. This is her room here. Okay. I later learned from review of Officer Noon's body camera, there was a dog in the room when Moscow police officers initially responded. So that means that dog, Murphy, was locked up in Kaylee's room when the officers first responded to the house. So they didn't have Murphy in the bed with them the night before. It seems like to me, I personally think Kaylee was in her own bedroom, and that's why Murphy was locked up in that room, because she heard a noise, and then that's when all hell broke loose. But I think that having Murphy in the room locked up like that is telling, because I think that if he was in a crate or if he was like in something, they would have said the dog was crated in the bedroom. Like, I don't know. I feel like they would have worded that maybe a little differently than what they did. They just say on here, dog was in the bedroom. Like, the dog belonged to Concalves and her ex-boyfriend, Jack DeCore. I found out from my interview with Jack on November 13th, 2022, that he and Concalves shared the dog. Officer Smith then pointed out a small bathroom on the east side of the 3rd floor. So, where were we? Go back out. I don't want to stand there. And then this is going to be the bathroom. This bathroom shared a wall with Madison Mogan's bedroom, which was situated on the southeast corner of the 3rd floor. So this is the bathroom for the 3rd floor. And then if you just come out and you go this way, you'll go into Maddie's room. As I entered the bedroom, the bed was over here. Oh, this might be a picture of it. Yeah. As I entered the bedroom, I could see 2 females in a single bed in the room. Both Concalves and Mogan were deceased with visible stab wounds. I also later noticed what appeared to be a tan leather knife sheath laying on the bed next to Mogan's right side when viewed from the door. So in this, whenever you're looking at the bed, and this where you're looking at now, it would have been on her right side. So in the spot where, to me, if you're going to unalive somebody, you take the sheath off, maybe you laid it down. I don't think it was clipped onto a belt. I don't think that he did that. Now, I don't know why he didn't do that. I think that he didn't do that because he wasn't good with a knife, just like the fishing the boss told us in the interviews, like his old fishing manager. They wouldn't let him fillet the fish because he was not good at it. I think that he wasn't good with weaponry. Like he just, some guys got it and some guys don't. Like, I don't know. My brother's got it. He's a hunter and, he does that kind of stuff. Like, I think, not to be like sick, but you know what I mean? Like, I think Brian wasn't I think that he had book smarts, but not the street smarts. Does that make sense? To where it would be like, okay, put that on your belt. Like if you're going to go and unalive 4 people, make sure you put the sheath like connected to your body. Don't just carry it in because you could leave it, That's just my way of thinking. But that's why I'm on the outside. So the sheath was later processed and had K-Bar USMC and the United States Marine Corps Eagle Globe and Anchor insignia stamped on the outside of it. The Idaho State Lab later located a single source of male DNA, and it was left on the button snap of the knife sheath. As part of the investigation, numerous interviews were conducted by Moscow Police Department officers, Idaho State Police detectives, and FBI agents. 2 of the interviews included BF and DM. Both BF and DM were inside the King Road residence at the time of the homicides and were roommates to the victims. BF's bedroom was located on the east side of the first floor of the King Road residence. Let me see if I can just go down to her room to see if there's anything in there. Just another picture, looks like. Yeah, just pictures. I was just double checking. Okay. BF's bedroom was located on the east side of the first floor of the King Road residence. Why doesn't it say? I just noticed that. They never said where Dylan's room was. Hold on. Yeah, it says we're roommates to the victims. BF's bedroom is located on the east side of the first floor of the King Road residence. And then it just says here, based on numerous interviews conducted by MPD officers, ISP detectives, and FBI agents, as well as my review of the evidence, I have learned the following. I don't know why I never realized that before, but they didn't. They just didn't put where her room was. I mean, they don't have to put that. But yeah. It's weird. She said all doors were open. That's weird because they're saying the doors were closed. I don't know. See, I know that Kaylee would definitely not lock her dog up without it being in a kennel. This is just my personal thing. Her sister said in an interview she likes expensive things. Like she liked to buy herself expensive things. Well, when you get a puppy, you learn really quick that a puppy chews things, right? So you would never leave your dog just roaming around your bedroom at night unless you're in there sleeping with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see her doing that. So I would think it would have to be crated. But in here, it's saying that the door was closed. It says here, later I learned from review of Officer Newman's body camera, there was a dog in the room when Moscow police officers initially responded. I mean, maybe Murphy was scared in there. That's so sad. Like, didn't want to come out, like wasn't locked up, but wasn't in a kennel, wasn't locked up, just didn't want to come out. No, that was Xana. Xana had her boyfriend over. Hey, Citizen Sleuth, how you doing? How you doing? Oh man, that's, yeah. So then let me show you. Where are we going to go? We're going to go this way. We're taking a trip. Everybody get in the car. Buckle your seatbelts. I'm not a very good driver. taking a little trip over here to Sigma Chi. So see how fast it took us to get to Sigma Chi from, like, their place is right over this greenhouse. Not very far. Not very far at all, actually. On the evening of November 12th, 2022, Ethan and Xana are seen by Bethany at the Sigma Chi house on the University of Idaho campus at 735 Nez Perce Drive from approximately 9 p.m. on November 12th to 1:45 a.m. on November 13th. So they're all here having a good old time. Bethany also estimated that at approximately 1:45 a.m., Xana and Ethan returned to the King Road residence. Bethany also stated that Ethan did not live at the King Road residence, but was a guest of Xana. And I'm trying to use their first name instead of their last name for you guys. So it's a little, I don't know. So if the people don't know, like, the last names, it's easier. What's this say? Oh, my Google storage is running low. Uh-oh. Well, we'll figure that out later. Goncalves and Mogan. I forgot to put that up here, but let me see. Well, that's not what I wanted. I was trying to find a picture. Okay. So Goncalves and Mogan were at a local bar, the Corner Club, at 202 North Main Street in Moscow. Goncalves and Mogan can be seen on video footage provided by the Corner Club between 10 p.m. on November 12th and 1:30 a.m. on November 13th. And I showed you that picture, I think, in our last live. At approximately 1:30 a.m., Goncalves and Mogan can be seen on video at a local food vendor called The Grub Truck at 318 South Main Street in downtown Moscow. So let's go over to, I have so much stuff like just popped up. And we'll watch this video. It's short. I don't know if it has volume. I don't think it does. Not this one. It doesn't have volume. But it just shows the girls going up and ordering their food, ordering carbonara, and then, hanging out with people that they do know. They see some people that they know at the food truck because that's where all the local kids, like the college kids kind of go there, gravitate there after the bars. So you see Kaylee and Maddie, and then Jack Showalter's with them. And they're just being college kids, basically, for 2 minutes that we get a peek into their lives. But they can be seen here at the local food vendor called The Grub Truck. The Grub Truck live streams videos from their food truck on the streaming platform Twitch, which is available for public viewing on their website. This video was captured by law enforcement. No, it wasn't. A private party, and it's redacted, reported that he provided a ride to Goncalves and Mogan at approximately 1:56 a.m. from downtown Moscow, so in front of the Grub Truck, to the King Road residence. So when you see them go off of camera after they grab their food, they go off of camera, they run off of camera. That's where they're running to. They're running to their vehicle, to the person that's taking them home, the private driver, which would have been great. If I was their age, I would have loved to have had a private driver. It's almost Mary Beth's birthday. We're getting there. I know, Roro, very, very eerie. No, I don't think there is any Ethan pullover body cam footage. Just Kohlberger. Oh, that was all of it. Oh, okay. It says that Dylan and Bethany both made statements during their interviews that indicated the occupants of the King Road residence were all home by 2 o'clock and asleep or at least in their rooms by 4 a.m. Now we're going to go down here. We're just going to watch these two little videos. This is the police body cam that was released the night of the killings that had the guys from the Banfield that were stopped for drinking and having an open container.
We
Something like that.
some released body
So we'll listen to this real quick.
camera
When a cop asks you how old you are and you stay silent for that long, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You should have just said, man, I'm 20. I had a beer. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I think that they could have worked it out. Oh, sorry. I thought I was sharing this with you.
Let's walk back over here, okay?
Sorry about that.
Some dude from a fire or something. Someone trying to. Okay.
Is that y'all's car right there? On the cover. Well, trying to save gas. We downgraded us from patrol car. Yeah. It was hybrid. Yes. There you go.
Smart move. Smart move.
Yeah.
Copy. Any questions?
Nope, no.
All right, you're free to go.
Thank you.
That's the question I meant.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Take care.
So did only one of them get ticketed?
Okay, so the Moscow Police Department released that new body camera video recorded the same morning 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. Police working a plainclothes alcohol enforcement patrol stopped those 3 University of
Oh, so they were undercover cops.
Idaho students
Oh,
for
you
suspected
sneaky
underage
snakes.
drinking. Now, this occurred around 2:50 in the morning on the 13th of November as the students were walking in a field between West Taylor Avenue and the Sigma Chi fraternity. The teens were stopped about a tenth of a mile from the rental home at 1122 King Road.
So this would have, okay.
That's the house where Madison
Wow,
Mogan,
256.
21, her best friend Kaylee Goncalves, 21, Ethan Chapin, 20, and his girlfriend Zana Kernodle, 20, were brutally stabbed to death between the time frame of 3 in the morning and 4 in the morning. Police said the students who were the subjects of the
This is an
stop
older video.
are not connected in any way to the killings. So investigators working on the current homicide case are aware of the footage. They have reviewed it and all the details associated with it and have determined it is not related. Officials released the footage through a public records request. Authorities said they gleaned no evidence from the videos. The Sigma Chi fraternity can be seen in the background. Remember, Zana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin had been attending a party at the Sigma Chi fraternity, and they
Yeah, and look at these guys. They're not even wearing jackets. Like, and it's freezing cold. You can see their breath, but they're not even wearing coats.
returned home about 1:45 in the morning.
That's how it is
This
here.
encounter with police happened about an hour later. A police report says officers stopped the students for the unrelated alcohol offense after they noticed the young adults were swaying from side to side and one fell down as he walked across the street. The students admitted they were under 21 and had each drunk about 6 to 8 beers. Cops are shown issuing the trio citations for underage drinking in the footage. So now this is not related to the murders themselves or the investigation. Yet it does show what some Moscow Police Department officers were doing that night about an hour
So close.
before the murders took place there at that rental home on campus at 1122 King Road.
Craziness. I mean, just over these buildings. It's crazy. And then this is another little video that they released.
Tonight.
I think it's the same one pretty much.
Couple beers. Beers? Yeah. Hard liquor or anything like that? No.
Yeah.
Hey, is that beer? Is that beer in your hand?
Yeah, I'm 21.
You got the ID on you?
I don't.
Okay.
I'll take it back to my apartment if you need.
Okay.
Sorry.
You have a driver's license?
I don't have it.
What? No. In general.
I do
Yeah.
have one, yeah.
What state is it through?
Idaho.
Idaho. Okay. Perfect. I'm just gonna check if everything's good. Since they're not open, I'll let you hang on to them.
Okay.
So-
Will I get charged with anything?
No.
or-
No.
Okay. Appreciate
But
it.
it's just enough for me to stop, check, make sure you're 21,
No worries.
walking
Yeah,
around
I
here
get
in
it.
public.
Alrighty.
Moscow 77, check one. What's that?
Am I going to take off? Or?
No, let me run this through dispatch and make sure you're actually 21 and give me a fake birthday or anything. Well, yeah.
Oh, buddy.
He's that guy. That kid definitely been drinking.
Yeah, I think that's the first one I've seen.
Yeah.
One. So if that comes back good, yeah, you're free to go. Are these your boys?
No, I don't know them.
Okay. You guys taking off on me?
I didn't hear you. So I'm sorry about that.
talking.
You all three turned around and I pointed my flashlight at you. You said, "Hey, come here." You guys all turned around and walked away.
I thought it was just like a fake person, honestly. Yeah, like
How many fake people are out here that you experienced?
I would love to be a cop just for a day, just for their attitude.
You're not going?
I'm pretty good.
That's good.
Just trying to stay warm.
Is that y'all's car right there?
Gas. They downgraded us from patrol cars.
Gotcha.
They gave us hybrids to save on fuel.
There you go.
Smart move.
That lets me know that actually exists. I'll catch you later. All right.
No worries.
They seem like pretty decent cops.
Why don't you guys all have a drink tonight?
Couple beers.
Beers?
Yeah.
Hard liquor or anything like that?
No.
Come on, guys. All right. If you guys all want to stand somewhere in this area.
They're like, you just stand there and we'll be back to you guys. So that's basically what happened an hour or so, before the homicides actually occurred. So very scary that they were that close, And welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So where were we at here? Okay. So then Dylan and Bethany both made statements during their interviews that indicated the occupants of the King Road residence were home by 2 a.m. and asleep or at least in their rooms by approximately 4 a.m. This is going to be with the exception of Xana because she got her DoorDash order around 4 a.m. Let's see. Okay. I was just making sure I read that right. Like, remembered it right. And that law enforcement identified the DoorDash delivery driver who reported this information. DM stated she originally went to sleep in her bedroom on the southeast side of the second floor. So we're going to go back into the house and go up to the second floor. We're going to go into her room. Why does this room look so much bigger now that I'm in the corner? I guess because there would be a bed right there. So DM stated she originally went to sleep in her bedroom on the southeast side of the second floor. Now, I don't know if she ended up somewhere else, like in Bethany's room by the end of the night. I don't know. It just says originally, and I find that kind of the wording a little weird, but Dylan stated she was awoken at approximately 4 a.m. She must be a fast sleeper. She was awoken at approximately 4 a.m. by what she stated sounded like Concalves playing with her dog in one of the upstairs bedrooms, which were located on the third floor. So she's just still chilling in her bed like, oh, what's going on up there? There must be playing with the dog. A short time later, Dylan said she heard who she thought was Concalves say something to the effect of, "There's someone here." A review of records obtained from a forensic download of Kernodle's phone showed this could also have been Kernodle as her cellular phone indicated she was likely awake and using the TikTok app at approximately 4:12 a.m. Dylan stated she looked out of her bedroom but did not see anything when she heard the comment about somebody being in the house. So I'm going to try to see if I can open the door, go to the doorway. So this is what she would have been seeing when she opened the door. DM stated she opened her door a second time when she heard what she thought was crying coming from Kernodle's room. DM then said she heard a male voice say something to the effect of, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." So I'm assuming that she was like shutting the door, maybe turning around, going to her bed when she heard the person say, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." I don't think the door was still like open then. I feel like that's a long time to keep the door open. I don't know. At approximately 4:17 a.m., a security camera located at 1112 King Road, and that's the one with the doorbell camera or the light bulb camera, a residence immediately to the northwest of 1122 King Road picked up distorted audio of what sounded like voices or a whimper followed by a loud thud. And I think that could be like somebody falling off the bed, in my opinion. A dog can also be heard barking numerous times starting at 4:17 a.m. The security camera is less than 50 feet from the west wall of Kernodle's bedroom. And it's, there's her bedroom, and there's where the camera was. I don't know if you can see, I think you can see my cursor. But yeah, so back here, you know, the double window in the back. So then I should have stated her room. Sorry, I'm trying to go back over here. Actually, we can just do this. This is what it would look like. That's the couch right there. So this would be what Brian Kohlberger, or allegedly Brian Kohlberger, would have been seeing as he went around that corner, you know. And if you think about it, there's a 4-inch step right here to go down. So whoever did this, maybe they were thinking in their mind, look like they were looking down kind of, to maybe remember that step. Maybe they weren't really paying attention to what was really in front of them. Because I would be looking down for the step. Even if I lived there. I've said that before. I would have tripped over that step every damn day. I would have hated that step. But it says that DM stated she opened her door for a third time after she heard the crying and saw a figure clad in black clothing and a mask and covered the person's mouth and nose walking towards her. DM described the figure as 5'10" or taller, male, not very muscular, but athletically built with bushy eyebrows. The male walked past Dylan as she stood in a frozen shock phase. The male walked towards the back sliding glass door. Dylan locked herself in her room after seeing the male. Dylan did not state that she recognized the male. This leads investigators to believe the murderer left the house or left the scene. Now, I don't know. They say it was a party house. Like, in one hand, they say it's a party house. So, like, if Dylan saw some stranger there, you know, it wouldn't have been anything out of the ordinary. Okay. Yes. Very true. Okay. That could be true. But then why did she run back to her bedroom, lock the door, run back to her bed and like hide? Like, she was in a frozen shock phase. Like, she was scared as shit. And then she locks her door and runs back to her bed. Like, I don't know. I have a problem with that part a little bit. And maybe he wasn't walking back to that sliding glass door. Maybe he was walking back to get the knife sheath. And then he said, forget it. I don't have time to do this. Somebody saw me. Maybe he saw her. I don't know. Or he either saw her and he was so exhausted he just couldn't unalive anybody else, or he left her alive for some reason, or he didn't see her. So it says the combination of DM's statements. So Dylan's statements to law enforcement, reviews of forensic downloads of records from Bethany and Dylan's phone, and video of a suspect video, as described below, leads investigators to believe the homicides occurred between 4 a.m. and 4:25 a.m. During the processing of the crime scene, investigators found a latent shoe print. And that latent print is right here. And it's not like in the exact position or anything, just approximate position. This was located during the second processing of the crime scene by ISP forensic team by first using a presumptive blood test and then amino black, a protein stain that detects the presence of cellular material. The detected shoe print showed a diamond-shaped pattern similar to a pattern of Vans type shoe sole, just outside the door of DM's bedroom, located on the second floor. This is consistent with DM's statement regarding the suspect's path of travel. Yeah. As part of the investigation, an extensive search, commonly referred to in law enforcement as a video canvas, was conducted in the area of the King Road residence. So we can go back out. This video canvas was to obtain any footage from the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022 in the area of King Road residence and surrounding neighborhoods in an effort to locate the suspect or suspect's vehicle traveling to or leaving from the King Road residence. This video canvas resulted in the collection of numerous surveillance videos in the area from both residential and business addresses. I think we can exit out of that. Okay. I have reviewed numerous videos that were collected and have had conversations with other MPD officers, ISP detectives, and FBI agents that are similarly reviewing footage that was obtained. A review of camera footage indicated that a white sedan, hereafter suspect vehicle 1, was observed traveling westbound in the 700 block of Indian Hills Drive in Moscow at approximately 3:26 a.m. So Indian Hills, let me get us there. Well, there's Steiner. I'm looking for Indian Hills. I guess it's not going to show me that one. I don't know where. There it is. Okay, I'm like, why are we not? So Indian Hills is right here. So going in this way, approximately 3:26 a.m. and westbound on Steiner Avenue at Idaho State Highway 95 in Moscow. I was wondering what road that was. 95 right here. So it would be this intersection. At approximately 3:28 a.m. on this video, it appears suspect vehicle 1 is not displaying a front license plate. So I'm wondering if, like, at this intersection, if there was a light there or something, and like, I don't know what I'm doing there. If there was like a light there and it captured that, because it would have to be like, I don't know, a certain kind of angle for it to capture the front of a car like that to see the license plate. A review of footage from multiple videos obtained from the King Road neighborhood showed multiple sightings of suspect vehicle 1 starting at 3:29 a.m. and ending at 4:20 a.m. These sightings show suspect vehicle 1 makes an initial 3 passes by the 1122 King Road residence. So he goes past the residence 3 different times. Where is residence at? Okay. It's crazy just to see like a plot of land there now. Okay, so let's see where I was at. Okay, so it went by initial 3 passes, and then it leaves out Wallin to Drive, which is I just saw it right here, Walenta. So it goes out, Walenta comes around. Based off my experience as a patrol officer, this is a residential neighborhood with a very limited number of vehicles that travel in the area during the morning hours, the early morning hours. Upon review of the video, there are only a few cars that enter and exit this area during that time frame. Suspect vehicle 1 can be seen entering the area a fourth time at approximately 4:04 a.m. It can be seen driving eastbound on King Road, stopping and turning around in front of 500 Queen Road, number 52, and then driving back westbound on King Road. When suspect vehicle 1 is in front of the King Road residence, it appears to unsuccessfully attempt to park or turn around in the road. The vehicle then continues to the intersection of Queen Road and King Road, where it can be seen completing a 3-point turn and then driving eastbound again down Queen Road. And I do have, we can watch this, get it up for us. And let me drop Gray's. This is for Gray Hughes. This is his channel link. Welcome in, everybody. I was on another page, so it was hard for me to see over on this side. But he has a video that he did that he put it in with the housing thing that we were just looking at. So we'll actually go to YouTube and watch it though, and we're gonna fast forward it to this. Okay. I kind of just wanted to get it. Where he's driving. Is this the right one? Yeah, it is. Okay.
At the residence at approximately 4 a.m.
So this is going to be the DoorDasher right here that comes through in the yellow car, I believe.
Law enforcement identified the DoorDash delivery driver who reported this information. Here is the DoorDash driver. I use the same vehicle for both the Elantra and DoorDash, but changed the color up. So this is DoorDash. Yeah, maybe did something like this, pulls in, and in this location, he would get out of his vehicle. Apparently with DoorDash, you don't actually speak to the persons. You just come up, drop the meal off, and dash away. Maybe that's why they call it DoorDash. But they drop off the meal, ring the doorbell, knock on it, and take off. And this is right around 4 a.m.
This is one thing I'm learning in 2025 is animations. It's very hard. Gray, if you want to help your girl out, let me know.
November 2022. And then just after that, 4 minutes later, suspect vehicle 1 can be seen entering the area a fourth time at approximately 4:04 a.m.
Do you think he was cruising around waiting on that DoorDash to be dropped off? Like he saw the car there, and so he's just like, oh, better wait. Like didn't want another person. But then again, it's like that house was always occupied with people.
It can be seen driving eastbound on King Road. And here's the vehicle. Driving eastbound.
First time he drives past the house.
It's actually Queen Road, not King Road.
And those are the apartments.
And then it stops and turns around in front of 500 Queen Road, number 52. Now, I think it's right back here because we did learn that there's a surveillance camera right here. You can barely see it in my, off to the side there. It appears to actually be facing this area right here. Then driving back westbound on King Road, when suspect vehicle 1 is in front of the King Road residence, it appeared to unsuccessfully attempt to park or turn around in the road. Then it continues westbound on Queen Road to the intersection of Queen and King Road, and where it does a 3-point turn and then drives eastbound again on Queen Road. And then it drives around, and I believe this is where I'm just putting in what I think.
Like try to like not be seen by being seen. It's 4 a.m. and you're driving around like an idiot, like you've been drinking.
Is that he drove up around into the parking area that's behind the 1122 residence. And it remains there from probably something like 4:05 or 4:06 up until 4:20. And then at 4:20, Suspect Vehicle 1 is next seen departing the area of the King Road residence at approximately 4:20 a.m. at a high rate of speed. Suspect Vehicle 1 is next observed traveling southbound on Walenta Drive. Based on my knowledge of the area and review of camera footage in the neighborhood that does not show Suspect Vehicle 1 during the time frame, I believe that Suspect Vehicle 1 exited the neighborhood at Palusa River Drive and Conestoga Drive.
Okay. And we'll go over more of his departure on the next live. Yes. Yes, Texas Ranger. I saw that when he ran. He was all up on that guy's property. And that guy was like, what are you doing here? Gray was like, I'm out of here. He does not like controversy. Build up the nerve or wait for the lights to go. Oh, Wizard, those are either or. Could have been, if that was me, it would be to get the nerve, like to get the nerve up, because I don't like to do anything I don't like to do. Can you imagine quadruple murder? I'm sure your adrenaline's pumping. I don't ever watch them either, Roxanne. I just happened to catch that because it was during the Linda Lane footage stuff, and oh, believe you me, honey, I'd rather watch paint dry than watch a second of that footage. I hated that footage. I think they had to have crossed paths somewhere too. I know. What a weird thing. Rich coming from him, yeah. Or remember when he waited for the Google guy? Like the Google guy passed him by and he was like on the Google Maps. I don't know. I would have acted like I was dead, like one of those people. Those people that act like they're dead on the road when the Google car drives by. I think those people are fun. Those people look like they're fun to be around. There was a bunch of these pictures too. I was going to go through these with you. We'll just kind of scroll through them and then we'll go through them deeper as we, go through the lives. There's the picture that we needed earlier. But this is before the homicides. This is after the homicides. I mean, tons of pictures, like all of them. The alerts that went out. Okay. Does anybody remember this picture? You tell me that don't look like Brian Kohlberger right there in the student hall. Remember when everyone thought Brian Kohlberger went to the vigil? Well, I'm over here going, no, he was at the student hall, guys. Like, look at this guy. This guy looks like Brian from the side. You tell me that don't look like Brian Kohlberger from the side. I was like, that looked like him, like he's at the student center. Remember this guy? Everyone thought everybody was Brian Kohlberger, and I was like, this is him right here. It does, though, look like him. I saw this picture one time, and I was like, oh, and then I couldn't find it for y'all. I remember I was so mad because I saw it, like, it was on line for 2 seconds. I saw it and I was like, that looks like Brian Kohlberger. And then I'm like, Tanya, now you're going crazy. But then I was like, I'm going to show this to everyone. And then I completely forgot where it was at. And then I saw it again today and I was like, oh, I'm going to show them tonight. Let me see if I can go back and make it smaller. There we go. So we can look at the other pictures, but looks like them. Oh, look, they went through all the trash, but they didn't go through the trash at the back door. I'm still not over that. I'll never be over that until Thompson tells me what was in it. Somebody tell me what was in the trash. I was trying to find a picture of it. Look, right there it is. Just trash just sitting out there. If let's just say you're walking out the back door, right? And you just were seen at a murder scene. Like, let's say that Brian Kohlberger did this and he saw that Dylan saw him and all that. Wouldn't you think he wanted to get rid of the murder weapon right away? Wouldn't you think that trash can would be a pretty good spot? Slide it right down in the side of that trash can. I mean, they probably should look. They should probably search. It wouldn't hurt. I mean, at this point, it would hurt because they don't have it anymore. But that trash was on the back porch until they took all the furniture off when they demolished it. That was the last time I had seen it. And then that reporter that looked just like Kaylee, she looks a lot like her. That's sad. Picture. Wonder what they're all looking at. Like, what is so fascinating with that? Maybe it's because it was the window that didn't have the screen on it and they were just double checking. Oh, there's their drone guy. They didn't need you, Tony. They had their own guy. Tony Mathis tried to do some stuff for them, I guess, Idaho. People say they weren't wearing booties. This guy's wearing his booties on the outside. What are y'all talking about? Even got the booties on the outside. I guess this is Brian's text. There's a ton of pictures. We're only like halfway through them. Now, Fox News, they knew what's up. They were zooming in with those cameras and everything else. They were trying to get as many pictures as they could for us to see. What is this picture of? Oh, it's the back of a lady. I thought that was the front of her face and it was like all like messed up. That's sad. Like you can see the boxes say Beth on them. Oh man. You could hear a pin drop that day that they pulled out and they took everything out from that house that they could. And it shows you like the 3D images here. So many pictures. Previous iterations. I remember seeing this one on college pads. So that's what the house did look like at one point. It had this garage, it looks like. I don't know if that garage belonged to it or not. Yeah, it did. Oh, I didn't mean to. So they took that garage out. And then look at this. From Brian Kohlberger's mother. Hello, friends. Today, my 26-year-old son left for Washington State to begin his doctorate in criminology. We live in Pennsylvania. I probably won't be submitting many designs in the next few days because I will be too busy crying. I will see you all soon. It says, the original poster, thank you so much for saying that to me. My son will be in Pullman in the eastern part of the state, quite close to the Idaho border. He knows absolutely no one, and we have no family there. I worry about him being lonely, so your message made me feel better. He's real lonely now. Real lonely. I don't even remember it raining that day. Look at all those umbrellas. Look at that pole on that umbrella. Man, that is a tall umbrella. Took this little plane ride over here. We watched that. I wonder what those are. Like blankets, maybe? Pillows, blankets, sheets. Oh. This is when they went to go clean the house, and then they didn't. They ended up leaving. That's the Linda Lane footage. There's a lot of pictures. Yeah, Texas Ranger. They had to remove a lot. These are, I got these through Google Photos. Someone shared them with me. I just didn't get a chance to go through all of them. I have another sleeve too, a bunch of other ones that are just the kids. Like I got a lot. This is okay, so that's all of it. And then yeah, we'll have to go through the other ones sometime. They're from their CSCO or whatever it's called, CVCO or whatever. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the kids have these days. But it's a social media app, and like it's just a bunch of pictures of like all of them. But we'll go through that on one of our other lives. Now they did come out with new documents. No decision yet, though. Which is like what? They came out with like just a lot of redactions and stuff like that, you know. Let me tell you exactly what they said, because I can't think of the wording right now. But okay, so like motion to seal exhibit U to defendants 20-second supplemental request for discovery. Like it's just they want like certain things to be sealed, and the judge is allowing most of that to go through and be sealed. I didn't see anything that had a decision on it. So I guess we're still waiting, which is weird because he usually gives us a decision pretty fast. But we'll go through all those documents tomorrow. We'll just go through them, just to take a quick look, just to make sure that we got them all, and that there isn't any decisions made, because I want to know what, especially this last hearing. This last hearing was something else. Oh, Texas Ranger, that's a really good question. Texas Ranger said, I wonder why anyone that's been in jail with them hasn't done any interviews. They did have that one guy. Banfield got him. And he said something like, he like showed her or told her how the jail was set up, but that was like it. Yes, lots of snow. I was just reading your guys' stuff. Oh, yeah. There is in the house. So like if you go to the house, the resource page, we go up to Xana's room. Let me see here. This is the bathroom beside it. If you go here and you click this, it shows you like the gallery. So that's where the blood was sleeping down from the house. So there's the south wall. There's where they think the bed was probably located. Then you can even see it right there. And then Xana was found there. It says Ethan found in this room. They take the bed out, and then they take the flooring out. So like it even shows you like kind of what the cops would have done. They would have taken out the bedding. They would have saw the blood seeping through the walls. So they would have taken out the floorboard or whatever there, the baseboard. Then they would have taken out, the flooring. I don't know why they kept the baseboard on there, but they wouldn't have done that. And then there's on the outside again. Oh, and that just shows you a regular picture of it. I thought there was like another picture. Maybe not. That's just the picture of where we're standing. And then I don't know what this stuff is all over the floor. Looks like it's just like an old picture of someone that maybe they just moved out. I don't know. But I want to go over tomorrow. I want to go over the departure. We'll go over like all this again, just like, quickly. And then we'll go over his departure and leaving. Like the other half of the, let me see. Actually, wait, where are we at here? Where are we at here? Did I read all this? Oh, I didn't read the last of it because, what's his name did? Gray Hughes. He wrote the last of it. So we got through pages 1 through 6, 7. I don't know. I think I got them all mixed up. I do. You know how many times I've printed this thing out? More times than I'd like to admit. I probably need to plant about 4 or 5 trees. Okay. We got through pages 1 through 6 today. Oh, I don't know. Yes, actually, I did hear that. I did hear that they buried it or something. And then I saw this. Where is it? Oh, I just took. I need that. Okay. This was on Reddit. It was on Reddit, but they saw it on a Facebook group. So take it for what you will. Take it with a grain of salt. But it says, my company did the cleanup for it. I didn't see it personally, but my guys were in there. I did read the estimate, though. Here's what I can tell you. Ethan and Xana fought for their fucking lives. That was the largest biohazard job I've ever gotten. My estimator had to go in and do it by hand, room by room. We were not allowed to use our technology. No pictures, no docu-sketch. He said he didn't sleep for 3 days. The guys all signed NDAs, and they were complete pros. P.S. F the media vultures. They harassed me and my guys for months. It was awful. I mean, it kind of sounds like it could be legit. I don't know what a docu-sketch is, but maybe that's something that they use. Like, what's a camera? Oh, they're like little cameras. They're like the smallest, like an iPhone. Okay. Or like, it can even be like, like wear on your chest. Stop trophy hunters. Yeah. Warfare. Yeah. That's so sad, Man. Did you hear about the families though? When they went to go get their kids' belongings, they were in a warehouse just scattered everywhere. None of their stuff was put together, I guess, where it needed to be. Like, it wasn't sorted or anything. It was all just thrown around, like grab what you think is your kids. And they were wearing the hats with the lights on them because they had no electricity to the building. Did you guys see that interview that the Gonzalez family did? It was a long time ago. But they talked about how when they went to go get Kaylee's items, that they were wearing hats with lights on them. And I was like, oh, hell no. They did everything so well. I think the cops did anyway, like getting their stuff and packing it up and everything. And for them to just be like, here's like, what? That makes no sense. Don't be doing that to people. Oh, I must exit out of that. I'm gonna pin these before I exit out of these stupid things. But I think that's all that I have for you guys for tonight. I'll keep my eye on Nancy. You know, we'll see. We'll see if something happens. Actually, let's go to Twitter real quick. Wait, hold on. Nancy, at Nancy Grace. Uh-oh. Is it true you're giving Seth Rogers and his PR/image control team a platform to push a narrative using a single screenshot of overly zoomed in and enhanced blobs of lights and pixels? Why a still and not the whole video? Really? What are we doing? Wait, we're doing this? That's what I said, we're doing this. I'm going to go to Nancy Grace's thing. I'm trying to see if there was anything on here, but there's not. She did scrub the internet. That's crazy. Well, she had an extra video to do for tonight. I mean, she did the Lakeland one, so. Huh. Yeah, Warflare. I think that's who we watched it through. Actually, I have it on my channel. They poor Christy didn't even get her coffee poured and sat down before she saw the house, like her daughter's bedroom. Like you could see it. Like shouldn't have been able to see it, but that was a wrecking ball that went through it. So yeah, Seth was supposed to be on Nancy Grace tonight, but something about technical issues. It was supposed to come out tomorrow. Now it's coming out next week. I don't know. Now, Nancy, I thought you were my girl. I thought we were like that. But you know, we're not no more. If I see something on this interview and it's something crazy, someone's going to have to take the cardboard Nancy away from me. I'm just going to give it to Vincent tonight. I'm going to say take her. Because I'll be dropping like some elbows. I'll be kicking her. You'll just see me back here, you know, fighting with a cardboard Nancy. Cardboard Nancy. Only because I don't care. I want them to have a platform. I want Sebastian's name to be out there. I really, really, really want Sebastian's name to be out there because it's not. It's not. Nobody off of YouTube knows about any of this stuff, nor do they care. I don't know why people on YouTube care so much, but they do. They sure do. They sure do. I mean, damn, if some of these people took a little bit of the energy and effort that they've been putting into Sebastian, put it into their own lives. I mean, I'm just saying, you gotta help yourself too. They'd probably be going a lot further in life. Because I personally don't think that any of his parents did anything to him. I think he has a crappy dad. I think that his stepdad's probably very stern and very strict, and that probably sucks. And I don't know about his mom. She seems like they act like and they look like they got along fine in the videos that we saw. But that's just me. I don't think they had anything to do with it. I think that he walked out of that house. Whether he ran out because he was scared of a nightmare or something going on like that, whether it was something with his autism and it was something that, you know, he wasn't an eloper before, but things change. I mean, things do change chemically in your brain. There's all kinds of things that could have happened. But for people to get online for a year, it'll be a year next month, for 365 days and talk about Chris and Katie or Seth. It's wrong. It's old. It's old. You know, let's find this boy. Let's wrap this up. We need him home. Yeah, we let you disagree. We don't mind. Roxanne, that's why he keeps saying I'm a suspect. Well, because you could be, even though you're at work. Yeah, you're at work. That doesn't mean you don't know somebody. that can meet up with him. You know, like, I mean, everybody is still, you know, technically a suspect, but I mean, I just don't see people. There are some people that are making way too much money off this case, you know, and it's not right. They're doing it for the wrong reasons. Not one of those people have put out a flyer. I could bet my channel that none of them people have put out a flyer for Sebastian Rogers. Not one. They don't even hang a flyer in the background. Hell, if you're going to talk about someone if your channel is going to be Sebastian Rogers missing, then you probably should have the whole channel be Sebastian Rogers missing. There's 10 of you out there so far on the, you know, that are on the plaintiffs. So that's 10 people that could be using their platforms. We went over, I think I did like 80 videos or something over it. And I said, I did 80 videos. I've hung flyers. I've done what I know I could do. But some of these people, they haven't done shit but get online. They're not even prepared when they come online to talk about Sebastian because there's nothing to talk about. So they just talk about each other. That's all that's going on right now. Talk over here, talking over there. And then you got me coming I'm just like out of nowhere. I'm saying stuff. I am. I'm like, I mean, I was like, I felt like I was like that today. I was just like, what? What am I hearing? What am I hearing? And I'm going to give this one to Brittany. I'm going to give this to her. I'm going to give this to you, Brittany. You are making people a lot of money. You are. People are going after you, and it's easy content. That's why. You're always like, I don't know why they go after me. That's why. Let me break it down to you. It's easy content. Get some views, get some money, get some subscribers, get some super chats, get some memberships. You know the deal. It's YouTube. So I figured I'd let you know. I don't know why people talk about me. And I'm like, well, it's because, what do you mean? You know? It's like, well, I kind of know. Why people do talk. Right, Roxanne? Did you see those his memberships? They're really high. Texas Ranger, right. I agree. I don't know why I just don't know why some of this stuff had to come out. None of that stuff had to come out. It was like he wanted to hurt Katie by saying those things. I don't know. Who are you hurting? You're hurting your son. You know? Oh no, he has little memberships over there. We'll do a powwow. We watch it over here. I don't watch it over there neither. I'll end up saying something in the chat. But it's about that time to come on and do a video, right? Let's see. I'm not subscribed, but he pops up because he's almost got 10,000 subscribers. Wow, that's a lot of subscribers for only a few videos. So it's been a month. So, let's see, join. You could do $3.99 membership, a $9.99 membership, a $24.99 membership, or a $49.99 membership. And what you're supposed to be getting is photos and status updates. I have not seen any. Members only live chats. I have not seen a one. And priority reply to comments, not unless you super chat, they said. So, oh, Roxanne, I had to stop following Pascal too after that. I was just like, that was back when we were going, what is going on? And now we're really like, what is going on? Everybody's fighting with everybody. What happened to like people true crime, we didn't always get along. Not, but some of us did. And I feel like that's Seth Rogers' channel. Mm-hmm. And those views, he got paid pretty good off them. He got, for his one video, he got paid more off that one video than I did for my whole month. Let's say that. Yeah. for his one video that he's had everyone come up and say something nice about Sebastian, the Christmas one. He had like 29,000 views on it. Yeah, I'd say, yeah. Hey, Dan. I accidentally took a 5-hour nap. Me neither, Texas Ranger. I wouldn't. I'm so fickle though when it comes to like charities and stuff because I really check into things. I'm not going to just be throwing my money to people. You need your electric bill paid. You better go get a job. You need flyer money. I'll give you that. But man. Oh, thanks, Roxanne. I know YouTube is getting crazy. And it's hard not to say anything, but then it's like, you just don't say anything, you know? Ladybug said I did that last week. 5-hour nap sounds wonderful, actually. Man, I took a nap. It was like a few days ago, and it was really nice. It was really, really nice. I actually took it with all my animals. Are they still here? 2 of them are. 2 of them are here. The cat left. Oh, yeah, because the dog, Princess Mia, that's her name. Princess Mia insisted on sleeping in that bed because she wanted to sleep beside her sister because her sister's laying on instead of a bed, a blanket. Crazy girls. Well, I guess I'll go spend some time with them. I guess I'll go spend some time with Vincent. He's off tomorrow. Look at that. It's the weekend. It's the weekend, everybody. You guys have any good plans? Anything fun? Anything exciting? What's going on this weekend? I think it's going to be cold here tomorrow, but Sunday's supposed to warm up. We'll do something fun. But I'll probably see you guys on the streets. The streets of the YouTube. Actually, I might come on tomorrow for a little bit. Maybe we'll do like a panel or something. Just talk. Just hang out and talk. I got to get Mary Beth her gift card for her birthday. Happy birthday, Mary Beth. Happy 45th birthday. You're the new 35. What? Yeah, no football. But my team's going to the Super Bowl. So I was going to go get some Super Bowl stuff and like how I do like a little party for me and Vincent, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I think it'd be cute. And then I think he's going to do a video. I'm going to have him do a video with me. So I think I'm going to get him to do one. It'll take a couple weeks to get it done and everything, but I think I can get him to do a video with me if it's an eating challenge video, like eating Japanese food. I think he'd be down for that. So we're going to try it. He even said today his mom sent him stuff and he's like, oh, you wouldn't like these. So he acted like he was kind of excited about the idea. So, because he was like, oh, you mean like American Girl tries like Japanese food? I'm like, yeah. So I think he's been watching YouTube or something. He's down for that. I'm like, okay. Fly, Eagles, fly. I know, right? Especially after tonight. I hope they win it too. I hope they win it. We need it. We always need it. No, we've won one time. No. I just wish my dad would have been able to be around to see them win the Super Bowl. That would be awesome. But he's up there helping them win. So I'll be down here watching them win. So thank you guys for being here tonight. I will see you guys all tomorrow evening or tomorrow during the day. I might come on the other channel or this channel. You never know. But I will be here back at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. I came on a little bit later tonight just because we had our elf gift exchange. Margot, if you're watching this live, thank you so much for the cups. I didn't realize, guys, there are 2 separate cups. Like there's 4, but there's 2. Oh, they're so cute. I'm super excited about them. Thank you guys for all the gifts and everything for today. You guys have no idea how much you really do mean to me and the channel. Couldn't do it without you guys, or I could. It just looked a little funky, me sitting here talking to myself. So thanks for being with me every night. I do appreciate you. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out.